Well, hello everybody. Welcome back. It's, well, I spent a good part of the morning working on Field 29, and, well, I got to the finishing point, and then the missus called and said, well, come on in for an early lunch, because, well, we're going down to town. We gotta take out a loan and get a stump grinder. But first, I told her we needed to finish up the field. So let me go show you. Let me go show you the field. Let me jog on over here. Well, actually, let's just jump in the old tractor. So here we go. The field is cut. Now I do got myself a lot of trees. But we're gonna go ahead and move these trees out of the way and see what we can see. Oh, hello. There we go. I'm hoping the tractor has got the power to do this. It looks like I might be. Oh, there we go. Uh-oh. We're just gonna kind of work our way along here, and looks like I'm not going to be able to move that log. Well, therein lies a problem, don't you think? Well, let's at least clean up the road here. We got the road over here that we need to clean up. Did I just run over a stick? I did. Okay. There we go. Alright. Let's just gotta push this stuff onto the... Oh boy. It looks like that's a mighty big log there. You might have a problem with that one. I'd have a problem with all the ones I left kind of big. I didn't cut them nearly as much as I might have in some situations. I wonder what I'm going to do about this. Now let's... there we go. We get a little bit of movement there, but... This might be a problem here. If I can't move these logs with this tractor, we're going to be in for a world of hurt. Let's just push these ones down here. See if we can push these guys out of the way here. There we go. All right. Let's keep pushing them. We'll just aim to try to get him kind of close to these trees, because I'm not going to plow too close to those trees, because, well, I'm not an experienced farmer, so I'd probably have some problems getting too close to those trees. So we're just going to kind of push everything towards those trees. All right. Come on. Come on. Come on. We can do this. Well. This is a fine how do you do. I got one stuck here in Mr. Scratcher's fence. That's not good. This does appear like we might have an issue with this. Well, what are we going to do about that? I wonder how big of a loan I can take out. I might even have to sell my other tractor. Well. Let's see here. Let's think this through here. I ain't been beaten by a tree yet. We got $7,000. Let's head to town. Well, not to town, mind you, because town's in a completely different place. That's a long drive to get to town. Now, we're going to go to the shop. We'll go this way. We're going to head to the shop, and we're going to see, maybe we can swing it so that we can get something to kind of help us out here. Now, it might mean we got to sell that Harleman that we got, but, well, I'm not really broken up about that. I think this thing is probably a fine piece of equipment. I bought that Harleman because I was thinking I really liked it. It was an older tractor, and you know, it just kind of felt right. But if we ain't gonna be able to get this field cleared unless we buy something else, then, well, there's no point now, is there? No. So we're gonna. He's slow enough. Gonna stop in the shop here. We're gonna see what we can see by buying us something that might help us out. I'll tell you what, this shopyard's a mess. I don't understand the way they got anything laid out, but that's okay. Alright, let's see what we can see. Now, these guys got all kinds of stuff. Now, wouldn't it be just a peach if we could get something fun like up here? But we ain't that way now. All right, we do need a stump grinder. It's only 5,000, so we do need to make sure we have the money for that. But now, what about this? Now we could use this thing. It's $88,000. I don't think I can get $88,000. This could haul logs. But I don't know if I really want to do that. All right. Let us go. The bank is right around the corner. At least the little ATM machine they've got. This is a weird bank. They let you do loans from an ATM. I don't understand. We're going to go ahead and run this. No, we're not going to repay. We're going to borrow. All right. We got the max loan we can. So we got $57,000. Now, I'm thinking here. 57,000. If we buy this, we don't got the money now. I only got 3,000 after we do this. But we always got the Harleman, and we'll be selling stuff too. I don't think we got any choice. Our little tractor we got right now is just not going to handle pushing those logs like I thought it would. All right, well, we're going to have to do it. I didn't want to spend that money on this piece of equipment, but you know, sometimes things just don't go the way you planned them. Now, I got a story about that. I got a lot of stories about that. But I'll tell you a little story about things not going the way people planned them. See, my daddy was a banker. I wasn't born up here in the Scandinavian Peninsula. No. I was born down in Central Europe. Not Central Europe, mind you. A little country called Luxembourg. Now, I know my accent don't sound like a Luxembourger. My accent don't sound like much. From Europe, anyway. But that, ooh, hello. See, that it's because my mama wasn't from here. No. So my dad was from Denmark. My mom, well, my mama was an army nurse from the United States of America. I don't know what possessed them to fall in love with each other, but they did, and they got married, and then they had me. Which I guess is the natural progression of things. So things didn't exactly go how my mama always thought. She thought, oh, I'd go in the army, I'd travel the world, I'd go back home to the south where she was from. but didn't work out that way. No siree. Instead, she ended up staying in Europe, staying in Luxembourg with my daddy. Now, she sent me every summer. I go back and I spend an entire summer with my grandparents down in Georgia. She says that's where I got my accent from, but my accent got all weird by a bunch of other things. But we'll talk about that later. All right. Let's see what we can do about collecting a few logs here. Things, yes. Things don't always go the way you plan them. Whenever you plan something, well, whatever you plan, somebody's got other ideas. All right. We got that down. Get this out here. Collect a little bit of logs. Get rid of these things. Gotcha. Oh. She's a heavy one. No. I want to go the other way with it. Ooh. Go. Now, I swore I put down those legs. I did. All right. It's just a heavy piece of... Whoa. Heavy piece of wood. Settle down, wood. Settle down. Oh, other way. Ooh, all right. Up. Swing that in. Little do-si-do. There we go. See if we can get this all the way in here. Last thing I really want to do is spend time cutting a bunch of logs that are hanging out the back. You know what I mean? I think that's hanging out the back a bit far. Yeah. There we go. She's taken care of. Alright, I can collect a bunch of logs here. We could throw it up in here. See how she goes. Alright, let me speak out of character here for a moment. Anyone who is watching carefully will notice that the frame rate is absolutely crap. I have noticed that as well. As I cut more and more trees down, the frame rate started bottoming. Now, usually the frame rate restores itself after a little while. But with the equipment, it appears that doesn't hold true. So when I was cutting the logs, the frame rate would go bad. Then it would get better. So basically it would drop down to 10. Then after a little bit at 10, it would restore itself and it would be at 60 again. It's not happening anymore. Not with the equipment. So, let that be a lesson to you. I have way too many trees. I have way too many trees cut, and the reason that it's happening, I believe, is because... There we go. Is because every single tree and every single piece of every single tree is attempting to validate its position against every other tree. So I have thousands, probably not even that, but hundreds of pieces of trees here, and I think what the problem is the game is trying to validate that all of them are not colliding with everything else. Now, the problem with that is, of course, the calculations get wicked. Part of the reason I decided I needed to go get this trailer instead of just toughing it out was the tractor was not going to be able to do much. It kept bottoming the frame rate down to 8, which is actually where it is right this moment while I'm talking to you. So it's unfortunate because I was hoping that it was just going to be a minor issue of frame rate, but it's actually a pretty major issue when you cut as many trees as I did. So I would advise you to be very cautious when you're cutting a large number of trees. Probably most of you are not going to do what I did in terms of absolutely decimating an entire field, but just know that the problem is there. And at least as of this recording, which is with the 1.1 patch, I would not advise you to do a large amount of lumber work, because it is likely to cause some frame rate problems. We knew there was a problem with multiplayer. I was hopeful that it was not going to be an also problem in single player, but alas and alack, it is actually a problem here as well. Again, it has something to do with cutting all of the trees that I cut. Oh, bugger. So if you don't cut down, shoot, I don't even know how many trees I cut down, 20 or 30 at once, you probably won't have the issue, but I would advise you to be very, very careful when you're doing any forestry at all in Farm Sim 15 right now. It is not, it's not been properly optimized. That is for sure. I'm going to try not to speak out of character too much. I'm going to let Hans do most of the talking. Hopefully you guys are enjoying Hans. But I would tell you to expect Hans to be more than just a voice of he's going to figure in a lot. So if you don't like Hans, this is not going to be the video series for you. His accent might change in time just because I don't know how long I can hold that accent, but yeah. Hopefully you enjoy Hans and his interesting life that he's going to lead. Alright, so unfortunately, because the frame rate is sticking so low, I'm probably not going to do a heck of a lot of this forestry work, at least this first field on screen. I'll probably I'll try to pick up a bunch of this stuff and deliver it off screen for you guys. And then other way. And then hopefully when I come back, I will have, if not this field ready to go, at least this field will be to a point, hopefully, where frame rate won't be so low. Or Giants will have patched the game and the frame rate won't be so terrible. Alright. Go. And it's probably going to be, oh, this is a lot of trees. So it's probably going to be a while. Let's raise those. Yeah, it's holding steady at 8 FPS right now. And as soon as I get in the tractor, it jumps up to 30. And then once I move the tractor, it drops back down to 8. So it's not, yeah, it's not going to be conducive to a good recording experience or good viewing experience for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and end this episode. I was going to have Hans do some other stuff, but looks like I'm going to have to fix the mess I created by cutting down way too many logs. And yeah, that stinks. That stinks. Let me see if I can... I'll go ahead and try to lift this giant mess of a log I have here while we're on screen, because why not, right? Why not? Out a little bit. Can you hold it? No. It cannot hold it. Let's cut those, gosh, extra pieces off the side here. Wow. Come on. Give me the little... There it was. Okay. Yeah, sadly this is where the forestry falls flat for us. Can I cut this log right here? Because that would be like the perfect spot. No? There. Alright. Let's see if we can lift it. If we can't lift these big giant pieces, we're in a heck of a lot of trouble, because we don't have any money to do anything else. Alright. Oh, man. Oh, man. Okay. So the logical thing is going to be to drag it, twist it, lift it, drag it, get it as... Okay. Oopsie. All right, so the logical thing is going to be we're going to have to remove those. So I'm just going to stay here while I attempt this, so you guys can sort of watch what I'm attempting here. At 8 FPS. This is really, really painful. All right, there. What I'm hoping... Nope. I'm hoping here is that I'll be able to basically drag it onto the back of the trailer. Because by going to the back like this... Ugh, jeez. It's oak. Come on. You want to get on here? Release it. No, 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 don't do that. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you... Don't. Okay. Need to grip it a little bit farther back. It's like trying to deal with I don't know, angry snake or something. All right. See if we can grab it there. No. Actually, that worked without expecting it to actually work quite like that, but all right. Rotate. Retreat slightly. Close. All right. Gonna have to try again from up here. All right. Close. Tug. Let's see. Can I cut the bloody thing in half? See, now, in a normal situation, you just cut the thing in half, because... There. Okay, let's cut that right there. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. Oh, I want to go this way. Probably need to just be in here because it's a little bit easier to see. Just kind of press on it a little bit. Close the claws. Okay, I can't see what I'm doing. All right. Now let's try to get behind. I see what the problem is. The problem is that little bit of stump of tree that's hanging out on the back there. That's kind of hanging off the back of the trailer. So what we're going to try... We're going to clamp on that. There. She's sort of rolling. There we go. That's what I want. Come on, baby. You stinker. All right. One last idea here. Now this idea is to kind of grab, see the little piece that's hanging off the back here? Rotate like that. Ugh. Can't see if it's lined up or not. It is not. Okay, right like that. No, not so much. Oh, jeez. I need a camera down at the end. Okay, down there. Close on that little knob. There. Oh, I need you to go out just slightly. Right there. Now, what we're going to try is to drive like that. Alright, let's see if we can do it. Now, of course, at 8 FPS, it's going to be a freaking pain in the butt. Alright. Let's get over to the front. All right, let's cut this up. That's that done. That's that one done. Okay. All right, so we're gonna take this to the and see immediately as soon as I leave that area, I'm back at 30 FPS. So it is definitely the and there I'm heading right up to 60 as soon as I get far enough away. So I cut way too many trees. There is a lesson for you right there. Way too many trees. All right, everybody. I'm gonna take this to the mill because I think it's the closest. And then I'm gonna continue working on cleaning that area up by pushing stuff aside and by hauling stuff to the mill and whatever I need to do, so that next time Hans can do the plowing and you can listen to Hans's story, because he has a story coming up. Teaser. It's a better story than his last story. All right, everybody. I'm DerTebbers for Hans Johansson, who is our farmer here in Bjorn Home Farming Simulator 15. Until next time, everybody. As Hans would say, actually, would he? Yeah, he probably would. Be careful out there. Don't want anything to fall on your head. Always wear a hard hat or have a little thing over the top of your tractor. It's like a hat for your tractor.